So my name is Caroline Molloy. I'm an artist, an academic and a writer. So although my background is photography, for me what's more important is not what the image looks like, but what it's doing and how it facilitates conversation through the image. My interests are really based around the politics of representation, and that can be the intersection of gender, which is what this project's about. It can also be about race, about class, about culture. I'm interested in raising the visibility of people through photography and through conversation. So within the context of this particular show, a selection of the portraits and archival images are shown in this gallery. So visitors will get the opportunity to see some of the images. Equally, it's also in the window outside, which I'm really excited about, because it really is the women of Walsall facing out and talking to Walsall. I guess I want to talk about the work and the approach in terms of creating an archive, really. There isn't an archive of the women of Walsall, and that could be, people that live in Walsall, people who work in Walsall, people that have migrated to Walsall, people who have left Walsall. How do we capture this community and create an archive when an archive doesn't exist? So to do this, I had pop-up studios all over the city. I was working with Walsall for All, and I was very keen that we didn't just do the centre, but we went out to further points around Walsall, so we got a diversity of the community. So I guess my inspiration and motivation for this work was really, it's twofold. First of all, I had recently been involved in a project, 209 Women in Parliament, to celebrate all the female MPs in Parliament at the end of 2018. And the reason for this was it was 100 years since women had the vote. And I was very interested in how specific women were chosen to be remembered. And an archive was built around that. Equally, I was working with my mother with family archives, and we were looking at conversations were coming through these archives, and I was starting to understand my own family history better. In particular, my grandmother was a dinner lady, and these conversations about the political situation came out through these images in terms of how equal pay in 1972 meant that my grandmother's wage and a dustman's wage were parallel. So I guess I was thinking about how were some women visualised, not other women, and how could I make that more democratic, really, and get a sense of the women of Walsall, the face of Walsall in a sense. I think there's this whole thing around egos and photographers, and it's my picture and I'm the author, and I've been very keen to distance myself and say, well, actually, this wouldn't exist without everybody else. The only thing I maybe did was come up with the idea, but I totally needed all these components to make this happen, which was really exciting. This is how we should be communicating in the 21st century.